Hey guys, what was that and why was my pinky up? Let's start again. Hey guys. I actually did my hair today, straightened it is what I mean, washed it and straightened it. Instead of just washing it and letting it air dry and looking essentially worse than before I washed it, which is why my mum roasts me every day of my living days. But I actually did it today. Hi mum, if you're watching this, I actually did my hair. That's not the point of this video. Today is a mini tea, of course it is, because why wouldn't it be? And we've got a few things, few celebrity stuff, few who the f is this stuff, few non-celebrity, non-influencer things, and of course Jaclyn Hill, which is what you're all here for. I'm not going to tell you when the Jaclyn Hill story starts because I'm evil, mwahaha, I'm just kidding, here's the timestamp, I'm not evil. If you're just here for the Jaclyn Hill stuff, here it is. But if you want to hear the rest, which I think is actually pretty interesting, then go for it. And while you're at it, follow me on Instagram and Twitter and subscribe because it's a really fun time around here. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's a really fun time and I'm not biased whatsoever. Ever. First story, which is just a big what is happening. Lele Pons. I never actually was one of those people that made a Lele Pons video because I feel like everything that needed to be said was said already and I didn't feel the need to reiterate what people were saying, and I feel like I started my channel at the point where Lele Pons wasn't really that important to the culture anymore. She wasn't really doing anything other than being annoying, which is like most YouTubers. So if I was to talk about every single irritating YouTuber, it's like we'd be here all day. So Lele Pons is doing a makeup collab with Tarte. First of all, Tarte, sis, you have great blushes. We're not going to deny that. You have great concealers. We're not denying that. But the rest of you is kind of bland. Just a little bit. I mean, you can be like very toned down, basic to the point of natural and kind of like, am I even putting anything on my face and still be interesting? I mean, look at Glossier. They are probably the most natural looking makeup you'll ever do. They have the most basic, simple, plain packaging. But I think that is exactly why people love them. It's the marketing, it's the whole like simplicity. I mean, most of the makeup on my skin is Glossier. They have the whole like, I don't care vibe down. But Tarte is like, they try, I'm just not interested. And that is exactly why I think their collab with Lele Pons is perfect, because it's like, she tries, we're just not very interested. So I think Tarte and Lele Pons are incredible for this collab together. I am so proud of you guys, so happy for you. You do you, chief. But it's like Lele Pons is nowhere to be seen in the beauty industry. She is a quote-unquote comedian. Let that one sink in. Comedian. She is an Instagram influencer. She's a Latina, but I don't really think she's a beauty influencer. I don't think that is what she's been labeled as. I don't think that's what she's ever labeled herself as. So I'm not sure why Lele Pons is where Tarte was going, but I think Tarte has kind of lost its flair. It's lost its spice. We've lost interest, and I think Lele Pons is probably the best that they could do in this moment in time, considering, was it like last year or 2 years ago, they released a foundation line which had about 5 shades for absolutely no one, and then they tried to fix it and it's like, it's a bit too late for that. I mean, if you're gonna release foundation that's supposed to go on people's skin and it's supposed to exactly match their skin, I sure hope as fuck you have more than 5 shades going on, but that is just the tea on that. So next, Billie Eilish. I absolutely love that girl. That is just besides the point. Her songs, her Instagram, her aesthetic, give it to me. But here's the thing, I'm on her side, but I also understand the other side. So she has been given a jacket recently, and there was a note in the jacket that said, well, in the pocket of the jacket, that said something like, oh, I hope this keeps you warm, whatever. Not whatever, this sounded so passive aggressive and rude. Like, sweet note and everything. And recently someone went to an LA thrift store where they found said jacket with the note still in it. Now hear me out. If Billie Eilish was not aware of the note in the jacket, then there is no way that she could have taken it out. I'm assuming if she was made aware of the note, she would have taken the note out before donating the jacket. What I'm also aware of is that as Billie Eilish, you know, Billie Eilish, she gets a lot of presents, and there is just absolutely no way that she can keep all of them. And I'm so glad that she didn't just throw it away or, you know, sell it or something crazy like that. She donated it to a thrift store where other people can buy it and, you know, enjoy it and wear it more than probably she could. I understand that side of things. I think, you know, notes, personal like pictures, notes, letters and stuff like that, sure, you can keep. I mean, a piece of paper doesn't really take much space. When it comes to like a jacket or like actual presents, it's very difficult for everyone to be able to keep everything that they receive. I'm sure that if she was made aware of the note in the jacket, she would have kept the note and just got rid of the jacket. But because it was supposed to be like a surprise, like she will use the jacket, put her hand in the pocket and be like, oh my god, it's a note. I'm pretty sure that is exactly why the jacket was giving away the note. I don't think it's that she doesn't care about her fans. I think from looking at her concerts, shows, and everything she does, it's very obvious that she cares for her fans. This was just clearly a misunderstanding on everyone's part. So no tea there. I just thought I'd express my opinion on that. Next, there was a German influencer recently who was caught doing illegal filler for people, like nose filler, lip filler, different filler in your face. She was doing it without any form of like license to do it. She didn't have a clinic where she did it. She would rent out a hotel room, and like 2 hotel rooms. One of them would be a waiting room and one of them would be the place where she would do the lip filler for you. And she has been put away in jail for 4 years. This is the price you pay for illegal filler. Please, ladies, I'm actually being dead serious right now. Please, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to get any sort of procedures done that are semi-permanent to permanent or even non-permanent, please go get them done with someone that actually knows what they're doing and actually has a license in what they're doing. That is anything from filler to surgeries to Botox to tattoos, piercings, and even makeup. If someone is doing makeup for you and they don't have a license and they don't cleanse and sanitize their makeup, you are going to get an infection. Please, for the love of God, which I don't believe in, please go and do it with someone that actually knows what they're doing. And if that is not possible for you because of the price difference between someone that has a license and doesn't have a license, then just don't do it. I am 100% sure that not having filler is a much better option than getting filler from someone that doesn't know what they're doing and possibly having your lips fall off. Anyway, I thought this was a pretty funny story. She was actually a German influencer. She had like 100k followers on Instagram. That's kind of like Kim K's surgeon guy, procedure person. He's been so hyped up all over the place. And I actually used to, I every now and then watch this esthetician make videos on like people's skincare and stuff. And she actually said that that person that does Kim K's procedures is not actually like a licensed doctor. He just kind of learnt and he does it. But he's been so hyped up that everyone thinks he's like this professional, but he kind of isn't. Like, he doesn't actually have like a license to be a doctor and stuff, so that's a whole thing. I feel like Instagram breeds a whole new set of people that just capitalize on like people hating the way they look, and I don't think you actually need to be a doctor to do lip filler and stuff, but you should probably have some kind of a license to do it. I don't think he does. I don't know. Just go find someone safe is what I'm saying. And if you can't afford it, just don't do it. Next, Danielle Con is selling Harvard hoodies because of the whole TikTok trend. And I was just wondering if, first of all, that's allowed. Is Harvard, like the logo, is it like copyrighted? Because I'm pretty sure Harvard is a private institution. They're not government owned. They're not like a public institution. They are a private university. It's kind of like Tesco's here, or like a Walmart. Like, I'm pretty sure you can't sell hoodies that say Walmart on them because you're gonna get in a bit of trouble. But let me know if this is like okay in America, because I feel like, you know, laws change from country to country. Is this okay in America? Are you allowed to just steal other people's logos and just completely capitalize off them? I don't know. Also, Harvard does sell their own merch that says Harvard on it. So isn't that kind of taking business away from them because it looks exactly the same? Also, Kian from like, I don't know if you guys remember this, big throwback, O2L back in the day, was it Our Second Life or something like that? They were like a group of YouTubers where there was 7 of them, I'm pretty sure, or 6 of them, and I think it was 7 of them because there's 7 days in a week, and they all had a day in the week to post a video. They haven't been a group for a really long time. I remember finding them when they were still a group and I was about like 12, so they were just perfect for me. Perfect timing to find a group of okay looking boys, you know? And they're having well, one of them or 2 of them, I think Kian and JC are still friends, and they're having some kind of a reality show. And I looked at the picture of the influencers that are taking part in this like influencer reality show, and I don't know any of them, but maybe like 3. I don't know what has happened recently. I think, is it because they just couldn't get anyone like more important? I hate to say that, but is it just because they're not like as famous anymore and they're not as like popular anymore, so they couldn't get like really popular people? I just didn't know any of them. I don't know if that's like tea, but I sometimes feel so out of touch with that side of YouTube where I'm just like, I have no clue what's going on. Who are these people? Anyway, now slightly on like a more serious note, there is a animal shelter called Bark and which is like really cute and whatever. It's supposed to be like a modern take on animal shelter, which is supposed to be really like humane and really just like a nice place for dogs to be before they find their forever home. And recently there was a live stream where a worker from Bark and how many times am I going to say that? Picked up a dog. I'm obviously not going to put the video on screen because it just made me feel ill watching it, and I just don't think I should be throwing that kind of a video at you guys. But if you do want to go find it, I mean, drama channels have been tweeting about it, so just go and watch it, I guess. But I'm just warning you, it's not fun. Worse than the Brooke Houts video. If that is some kind of a scale, then like worse than Brooke Houts. Brooke Houts was like a 6 out of 10. This is like an 8.5 out of 10. One of the workers picks up a puppy, a small dog, by kind of the neck area and throws the dog, which apparently led to the dog falling on his head. The worker has allegedly now been fired, and the dog was taken to a vet, and the vet concluded that the dog will be fine. I feel like, you know, if you don't like animals, an animal shelter is probably the last place that you should be. I'm sure there were other places you could work at, a cafe, a shop, somewhere far away from animals, preferably. I just think it's grim. We had a go at Brooke Houts. I need this to get as much attention as the Brooke Houts situation. The CEO of the company has now come out and said, you know, like, this is unacceptable. We have fired the person now. I think firing is good, but the police need to be involved as well. Thank you very much. Firing someone means, oh yeah, here's a slap on the wrist, go find another job. We need like police to get involved in this because it's actual animal abuse. So get the police, please. Thank you. Now onto the main chunk of the video. Jaclyn Hill. I talked about Jaclyn Hill in my last video. I don't really like making my thumbnail and title about the same person 2 times in a row. I know I used to do it, and I will still do it if a big Dramageddon thing happens again, but I have to do it because it's an update. It's an update on something that I spoke about in my last video, and there's nothing else that I can use for the title and thumbnail because this is literally the main story of the video. This will probably take up half of the video. So Jaclyn Hill has now revealed her makeup. I said it was going to be a highlight, and it is a highlight. Now she releases she's releasing 3 different types and textures of highlights. One is a pan. It's a baked highlight. There is 4 pans in one palette. There's a light to medium and a medium to dark. I'm pretty sure you could probably be like a medium tone and still use that one and kind of get away with it. So it's like a light to medium, medium to dark kind of a thing. And then she has 5 loose highlights, which are like very pigmented allegedly. And then she has 5 kind of illuminated, luminous powders that you can put all over the face if you want, or just like concentrate on one area, do whatever you want with it. It's like a more natural look. She's also selling 3 brushes for those 3 different textures, so you can use a different brush with a different formula. Now, there are a few inconsistencies, a few points I want to touch on before this is released. Let me get into it. So the first point that she touches on is that the powders all include mica, which she says is for a blurring effect, which a lot of people have said that, oh, mica's used for shine and shimmer, it's not used for blurring. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Mica is actually used in mineral powders. It's very finely milled to create a blurring effect. If you mill it more like loosely, the larger the chunk, the more glittery and shimmery it is. And it's also used in conjunction with other things to make it more glittery. But if you do mill it very finely and add it to a powder, it will give it a luminous blurring effect. So yes, in a way she is correct, but that is not the main purpose of mica. Mica is essentially used for shimmer. It will be in a lot of your powders, but there is a slight problem with this. She claims that her formula is cruelty-free. Cruelty-free means not tested on animals. It's the makeup that I use. I never use any makeup tested on animals because I don't really feel the need to do that. And mica, as much as it has nothing to do with being tested on animals, it is usually not ethically sourced. It is usually mined by children in less economically well-off countries. So I actually looked up mica because I knew I heard of this whole thing before, and I just wanted to look up and kind of tell you guys why this is a bigger issue than people think it is. So I went on the Lush website because Lush has been very vocal about not using mica or using synthetic mica instead of naturally sourced mica. And here's what they say. So what is mica? Mica is the name given to a mineral that gives sparkle to products. Depending on how coarse or fine the mineral is, it will produce different effects, levels of shimmer and colors. So that's essentially what I was talking about. A shimmer effect is created when mica is coated with an oxide, most commonly titanium dioxide. Different colors are achieved by applying more coats of the chosen oxide. That's it. That's essentially that. Now, what is a natural mica? Natural mica is a naturally occurring mineral. There are many types of mica and it can be found across the globe. However, over the years, the cosmetic industry has given preference to Indian mica due to its quality. It is used across numerous industries in anything from car paints, inks, edible glitters to cosmetics. Due to the human rights issues, namely child labor, associated with the mining of natural mica, Lush has made it a commitment to remove natural mica from its production as of 1st of January 2018. Now, instead of using natural mica, Lush then continues to say that they will use synthetic mica. Synthetic mica is synthetic, I'll put the word on the screen right here, beginning with an F, can't pronounce it and won't even try. More widely referred to as synthetic mica, mimics the effect of natural mica but is made in a lab. Just like natural mica, the synthetic alternative gives a glittering finish to makeup. And it is, even though it is man-made, which is usually less eco-friendly, this one is actually more eco-friendly because it doesn't have to be mined, and more importantly, it doesn't have to be mined by kids. Then it goes on to say, you know, what is the problem with natural mica? Natural mica itself is not a problem. However, the ethical issues that surround it are linked to the sourcing of the mineral. So then they go on and talk about how they first started sourcing mica from someone that 100% confirmed that this type of mica wasn't mined by children, and they actually gave them kind of audits and everything to prove that it was adults doing it. But then the supplier changed and they couldn't give them those papers anymore to prove 100% that it wasn't involved with children, and so Lush had to pull out and basically just start using synthetic mica because they were just not okay with child labor, which I think is an obvious statement, but companies still don't seem to get it. So once everyone gets their highlighters from Jaclyn Hill, we can all confirm whether it is synthetic mica, which is ethical and eco-friendly, or if it is natural mica, which is usually not ethically sourced and is not eco-friendly. Now, this wouldn't be a problem if she hadn't claimed that her makeup is cruelty-free. I think when she says cruelty-free, in her head, that means not tested on animals. What it should mean is a complete lack of cruelty, and child labor is not cruelty free, period. So don't claim your makeup is cruelty free and then use child labor. She also said, this is kind of a funny point. In her lipstick promo, she said that when she worked at MAC, she looked at the lipsticks and then said, wow, I would love to make lipsticks one day. And then in her highlighter promo, she goes, when I worked in MAC, I saw highlighters and I thought, wow, it would be so cool to make highlighters. Is this going to be the same story for every single cosmetic that she ever releases? Because like MAC had a lot of different types of makeup. Are we going to go over the same spiel every single time? Just give it a rest. We get it. We get it. You're a humble queen that used to work in customer service just like the rest of us. But like, keep it moving, you know? Now, she apparently, and I haven't confirmed this because I couldn't find it anywhere, she apparently said that she was allergic to mica before, and now she bangs on about how mica is this like amazing product. So if that's true, then hypocrite. I don't know. People also complain about her every single time, which is the 2 times that she has now released product. Her PR is so over the top, unsustainable, not eco-friendly, completely wasteful. The first time around it was worse than this time. The first time around it had like pieces of plastic diamonds in it, which like, how are we gonna recycle that in any way, shape or form? This time it's more cardboardy than plastic, but still it's huge. I don't think anyone cares about the packaging that you send it in unless it actually is like crazy themed. This was literally just like a silver box. I feel like that silver box could have been toned down. Unless you're doing the most incredible designed, detailed PR packaging, don't bother with keeping it so huge. People don't really need that. People are saying that the prices are super high end. For one, the kind of brand it is, it's not really established yet. 2, for the kind of person that she is. And 3, for her fuck-ups. Now let's go through the prices. So her Accent Light highlighter palette, the ones that are baked 4 pans in each palette, are $49 each. Her Mood Light highlighter, which is the kind of like subtle powder highlight you can use all over the face, is $32. And her Beaming Light highlighter, which is supposed to be the most like concentrated, pigmented beaming highlight, is $24 each. She's also releasing 3 brushes: the JO1 for the mood highlight, which is $24, the JO2, which is an accent light brush, for $20, and the JO3 beaming light brush for $20. There are also bundles, so you can get a blush trio for $54. You can get a beaming loose highlight, all shades plus the brush, for $120. Then you can get the mood light duo, which is a luminous powder and brush, for $49. You can get the highlighter palette and brush for $59, or the loose highlighter and brush for $39. These are what I would refer to as high-end prices, and these are what I would also refer to as non-Jaclyn Hill prices. Jaclyn Hill is in no position right now to have these kind of prices after you've been selling lipsticks with shards of plastic in them. Please tone it down, thank you, on everyone's behalf. Another thing, she only ever uploads on her YouTube channel right before a sale, so she's been uploading like her Halloween party and natural makeup look for dry skin and all sorts of different things. Bang, she's releasing highlights. What happened when she was doing her lipstick launch? She would post a few videos, and then her lipstick launch, and then in between her lipstick and highlighter launch, silence, crickets. So I think this is she's not a YouTuber anymore. She's just like an ad placement on her own channel. I don't trust it. I don't watch her videos because I just think like she's not posting because she wants to post. She's not posting because she cares about us. She's posting because she needs to plug her products without it looking too obvious. So she'll post like 4 videos right before she releases a product, and she thinks that and she thinks that's just okay, so fair enough. Then she also on her Instagram changed it from Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics to just Jaclyn Cosmetics. Some people are saying it's because of her husband, but like she was divorced when she already released the lipstick, so that wouldn't really be the case. People are saying it's because she doesn't want to associate her new products with the lipstick launch. So her lipstick was Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. So when people look up Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, articles on those lipsticks will come up. Now if she changes it to Jaclyn Cosmetics and people look up Jaclyn Cosmetics, they're likely to not have those lipstick articles come up, so people won't be skewed. Now she also claims that she's made these highlighters before she was producing the lipsticks. Now if that is true, the packaging should still say Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics and not Jaclyn Cosmetics. If it says Jaclyn Cosmetics, then she is a liar and she produced those highlighters in the 5 months between her lipstick up and now, which people are saying it's impossible to find a new lab in everyone in 5 months. So is this another way for her to persuade people that she didn't just rush through this production, that she's actually planned this before with a different lab? So when people get the products, tell me if it says Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics or Jaclyn Cosmetics, because I'm super interested right now to see if she's actually lying or if she's telling the truth. But I just don't really know why she would have a different lab before the lipstick launch fuck up, because she claimed those lipsticks were gorgeous, so wouldn't she be using the same lab for the highlighters, unless they only specialize in lipsticks? I don't know. So far I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. She's also completely erased any mention of the lipsticks from her Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics Instagram, so I'm assuming it is just another way of like completely erasing that from her history, because I think that's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to her. And yeah, overall I just don't know if anyone trusts her anymore, if that is a thing that you want to do, trust Jaclyn Hill. But you guys let me know what you think about this whole thing and any other stories that I mentioned in today's video, and if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, comment down below what you think, comment down below, and subscribe to post videos every other day. But turn on notifications, because sometimes things go wrong and there's delays and you guys need to be made aware of those. Follow me on all my socials, they'll be in the description down below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.